Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to look at blog writing and is that suitable for a standalone business? So, in other words, can you just have a business that sells just this? Should you put it in a package? Who will buy this, if anybody? And we'll look at all those things. So, first off, um, most businesses do not want to write blogs, do not want to write the content to go in there. They've got very little interest in doing that. They've got very busy and they don't want to spend time writing a blog. So right off the bat, that's a help to you. And if you could get a business to pay you for it, it's recurring income. Clients have no time to do it, so there's definitely a gap there that opens the door for you. And the beautiful thing about it is it supports other services such as SEO, Google Business Profile, all your social media out there. It helps with that, all of it. And you can repurpose it in all of it. There's low overhead and high margin. Who doesn't like that? But if you try to reach out to Morgan, and Morgan is actually a big national one. That must be a paid result, right? Or do they
Yeah,
actually?
they
They're
just have an office
they're
here.
actually in Kissimmee.
Well, maybe just an office.
And Melendez and Blink Bell. They've got a lot of reviews. So, if you actually reached out to this Kissimmee, Florida attorney market, they may be interested in paying for some content. But if I were approaching them, I would approach them with a content Google Business Profile SEO type of angle, and that will hit them home much better than just going straight content. National companies will pay you for content, and they'll pay you anywhere from $250 to $1,000 for a post. But that is somebody who's got some experience and someone who's got a background as a copywriter. They want to make sure that your writing converts. They don't want any of this AI stuff that you're going to try to hand them. They want this to be great copy. If you're going to pay that much money, it has to be very good and it has to make a difference in their business. So before you go thinking you can charge $1,000, you've got to get some experience behind you, and you've got to you study a little bit about copywriting. And if you do that, you can make a lot of money selling this content, but package it together. Um, you can make 2 posts a month, 4 posts a month. You can do it every day. Just figure out how to do this so that it makes money for you, and think about packaging it up with something that makes sense to the business. So let's come down here. Even these guys are making pretty good money. So if you can get them additional business, they may actually consider it, but you've got to make it really clear what they're getting for that, because nobody's going to want to pay you $1,000 for a post and have it do nothing. You've got to get results if you're going to just sell strictly content. So this is how the process goes. When you onboard a client, ask them questions about their business. I would have at least 10 to 20 questions in my head on a piece of paper and ask them right off the bat what they get asked most about themselves. And write down every single thing they say and make content for every single thing they say about that. Keyword research, you want to find low competition, local search terms. They're not chasing national traffic. All these people are interested in Kissimmee, Florida attorney, any type of way you can find that can get them business. Now, attorney is a very broad topic too. So a lot of these, you might do Kissimmee, Florida criminal defense attorney. You might do personal injury attorney. You might have a civil attorney. So you want to find out exactly what they do, and so you definitely want to narrow down off of that. But if you can get them business for their specific type of things, that's very, very valuable. Just looking through these, so this is a personal injury attorney. I just want to see. So Ram Jiwan Law Group. I apologize, Ram Jiwan, if I said your name wrong, but he's only got listed as attorney. And let's take a look at that. I would be willing to bet that Ramji Wan has does more than just general. So we got criminal defense, family, civil. So all these things are stuff he should have in separate in his Google Business profile, and he does not know that. So you reach out to Ramji Wan and you tell him that you're missing out on all these extra categories, these subcategories that you're not doing. In fact, attorney's not even his best one. I would lead with what he does best, and you can ask him what that is, but and what pays the most, and lead with that. Attorney can be in it, but it would not be my top one. Most of these other people seem to do all right. Okay, this one's just law firm. And I don't even have a website to go to, but you can see that they're obviously missing some things there. I don't know exactly what they do because I can't really look it up too well, but um, okay, criminal justice attorney probably is right there.
TUI lawyer.
Yeah, so that's probably accurate.
LeBron law.
What do we got here? Criminal justice, divorce, family, divorce. Okay, so most of these other people have caught on to this. If you reached out to Perez Lesure Law, I would move over to probably criminal justice to first, attorney second, and let's just see what they're all about. Attorneys on your side. They look like they want to do some business here. They're giving us the business with those looks. So we got, all these are criminal justice type things. So if I were to reach out to them, or if you are to reach out to them, because I'm not going to, tell them they should move your criminal justice to number one category, move attorney over to subcategory, and watch how their business grows. So you do that, you make some content for them, and you can get them some extra business, and you're well worth whatever you're charging. To build to get some business like this, um, show them what target keywords you would use. You can show them some titles, some headings, all those types of things, and let them know how that's going to help them. Because they're not going to be so interested in what you're writing, but how is that going to help them? You're going to write about criminal justice attorneys. You're going to target that specific thing. You're going to hit it hard, and they are going to become one that's moving up in the criminal justice ranks. They do rank very high for a lot of criminal justice. People do not get very good reviews because, for obvious reasons, the defendants generally get some jail time or prison time and are not happy. So they're actually doing a good job. If you can reach them, there's some money to be made there. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Austin, and he's going to finish us off here.
Okay, so writing your blog. So for the draft, just write the post. You can, for the first draft, you can use AI if you want to, just to speed up the process. But don't let AI be used in the final draft. It's just more of a framework kind of thing, and then you can take the ideas and rewrite it. Review, send to the client to see if they like it. Just you don't have to overthink this step. If it takes a long time, because most clients will just approve with maybe one or two small tweaks. But publish and then optimize for SEO formatting, like meta title, meta description, header tags, internal links, image alt text. Repurpose, pull 2 to 3 social posts from it, and now the one blog post becomes a week content across platforms. So how to sell it? Don't pitch blog writing as content. You can push it as search traffic and authority. Tell the prospect every post we publish is another page on Google working for you 24/7. That frame closes more deals than talking about word counts.
So that's really about it. So, if you can even see here that we found a perfect target market right here that you can actually really help them with your writing skills. I know there's others on here. I'm just going to try to find one quick if I can. Let's look up community legal services. I'm not thinking that that's targeted very well. Uh, so you can see here that, well, we'll leave this one because it might be more of like a government one, but they definitely need work. Um, all right, most of these other ones are actually know what they're doing for the most part. They've all got a pretty good uh, category. So there's been some marketers that have reached out to these people. You can tell. All right, this one definitely needs help. I don't know what the Villa Torres law does, but they need more than just attorney there. But we don't have a way to look at their website. I would like to find one more before we go. I'm sure we're gonna find one more. All right, let's look at Leon Law. I think Leon can use some work. All right. Okay, so she does divorce, criminal defense, some family law. So you can see she's missing all these categories. So when people are searching for a divorce lawyer in Kissimmee, Florida, they're not finding Miss Mercedes Leon because she's not there. So if you can sell her on the fact that not only will you get the category squared away, you'll get the content coming in so that she will be found um, for these terms that she needs, that's going to be very valuable. So when you combine the content in with the SEO and the Google Business Profile, it becomes very valuable. And it's something that Miss Leone should be willing to pay for because you will definitely help.
She might be keyword stuffing.
Yeah, so this is another thing that I would not recommend putting in all these things at the bottom of this website. So Austin found something interesting here. So what used to be a good thing, so you can see this is copyright 2010. When people used to do this, and I'm not trying to pick on these web designers, but they kind of tried to stuff in these words here, and Google doesn't like this, and they've got 2,500 cities in there, so they're hurting themselves big time with that. You want to focus on the cities that are within, let's say, 30 miles of you, and get those in there. You don't want to keyword stuff and throw that in there. This is a very old website. If you reached out to Miss Leone, you might be able to get a deal here. And like I said, we are not going to do that. So somebody out there, go ahead and take advantage of this. Do you have anything else, Austin? Or
No, I just checked the Spanish. Is there like? I'll stop picking on her.
but you can see that people think that, oh, lawyers, they definitely know what they're doing, or they get the right help for themselves, and not all of them do. Just off of this one, we found two for sure, and looking at A&A law, that looks like another one that needs help. I'm not going to go ahead and go through that one, but I can already tell that A&A law needs some help. So that's three on that page specifically that if you reached out to, and how I would do it is send them an email, tell them you're an expert at Google Business Profile, SEO, and for creating content that drives traffic. And let them know that you found some errors that you can correct. You can even tell them exactly what they are. That those are just sitting out there that you can help with that they're not aware of. And you get that information out there. Hopefully somebody reaches back. You're going to have a lot of people that don't respond. That's okay. You want one to respond back, and you get that client. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.